Like any other young adult, we all go through phases, and Donatello wasn't the exception. His phase was exceptional, but he wasn't an exception nonetheless, as between the years 1411 and 1423, Donatello focused on making statues of saints such as Saint Mark, Saint George, and Saint Louis of Toulouse, all of which were made for the Osamani Church. I wish I pronounced that right, and I don't know if he wore the one into them or them the ones into him, but to a more important point, you can already see the results of what he had learned implied in these statues. Let's take Saint Mark's statue for an example. The both shows contrapposto influence from early Renaissance sculpture, which for anyone who doesn't know, is represented in the figure's weight shifting onto one leg, creating a sense of movement. However, the figures still have Gothic elements, like the elongated proportions, linear drapery folds, and otherworldly facial expressions common in medieval art. As Donatello meant to blend early Renaissance naturalism with Gothic abstractions to create a bold new style, fusing contemporary and ancient influences. The realism is seen in subtle details, like the wrinkles in St. Mark's robe, the lovely curling toes, and sense of weight in the solid figure. Saint Mark gazes upward reverently and holds his gospel book close to his chest, symbols of his Christian devotion and rule as one of the four evangelists. And to get all these that precise, Donatello carved it from a single block of marble. But he didn't stop there. He only marched on with his depictions, forward from saints to prophets. And I want to shift my focus toward the sculpture of David now. Donatello actually made two sculptures of David, but the one I want to focus on today is the second one, and to understand it well, we have to give it some context first. In the 1430s, Florence was locked in conflict with Milan and their Duke Filippo Maria Visconti. Tension escalated in 1440 when Milan invaded Lucca, which was under Florentine protection. War seemed imminent. Florence's leader, known as the Signoria, wanted a symbolic image to inspire Florentine Republicans' values of courage and defense of liberties against the despotic Duke, and here Donatello entered the call. He was commissioned to create a sculpture that would embody these ideals and stir up patriotic defiance against the aggressing tyrant. So what did Donatello exactly do? Well, unlike other depictions of David in art that had shown the triumphant giant slayer standing victoriously over Goliath's head, muscular and heroic, Donatello shockingly chose to depict David as graceful, almost eminently beautiful adolescent boy, standing in contrapposto with one foot on Goliath's severed head. This vulnerable image was meant to emphasize David's courage and ingenuity in facing the mighty Philistine, not brute strength. It inspired the Florentines with the ideal that through faith and intelligence, the Republic could take down the threatening giant Visconti. One of the most beloved sculptures that Donatello ever had a hand in, and it's not only loved because of the precision and feeling that it draws out, but for the story it tells too. Mary Magdalene was healed by Jesus of demonic possessions, becoming one of his most faithful followers. She supported Christ's ministry and bore witness to his preaching and miracles. Even through the devastation of his death, she remained loyal, weeping at his foot. On Easter morning, it was Mary who discovered the empty tomb and encountered the risen Christ, forever cementing her devoted discipleship. After Jesus' ascension, she is said to have lived as a hermit in the wilderness, engaged in harsh fasting and penance. And here comes Donatello's sculpture, depicting Magdalene during this phase of her life, both exhausted, consumed by spiritual self-denial, of her penitential suffering, sunken flesh, protruding bones, aging wood, anguish marks her face as she looks upwards with yearning eyes. Yet in Magdalene's emaciated figure, Donatello captured an intense devotion that transcended bodily needs. His raw emotionalism and visceral naturalism reveals Magdalene's piety as she denies earthly comforts to grow closer to the divine. From loyal follower to risen Lord's witness, Donatello pierced through hagiographic legends to uncover the human core of Magdalene's journey, vulnerable, conflicted, and impassioned.